Hey Ron, how's it going? It's me, your old pal, Future Reality, and I just thought I'd come on and shed a few words on your YouTube video, which is entitled Response to Click B4. Now, I'm not butting in on your conversation at all. I just want to make a little observation and just give my 2 cents, if that's okay. You know I mean well. I just want to give kind of an atheist's view on a point that you raised. Although I don't class myself as an atheist, I class myself as a realist. That's my label. I'm a realist. So, you were saying, why would an atheist waste their precious time trying to, if they didn't believe in an afterlife and so on, why would they waste that precious time trying to debate believers like yourself? And I've got an answer for you that I don't know if you'll like it or you'll agree with it or whatever, but I've got an insight into it and I know why they take the time to debate. It's the same reason that you take the time to debate atheists, because believe it or not, atheists are good people too, and just as you or your brothers and sisters like to think that you might be saving me or atheists from damnation, atheists and realists like myself also like to think that we're saving you believers from ignorance.
Hello, Future Reality. I'm glad you're doing well. I would like to address, one of the things that you said about, you want to try to save believers from their ignorance. That's one thing I think I've found in general with a lot of atheists. And I must say, and I'm sure you've heard me say this before, you are definitely in the minority in the atheist community, or as you say, the realist community. Just because you don't come across as hating Christians, but and I'm sure you've seen this yourself, and you know as well as I do that the majority on YouTube of the atheist community hates Christians. And I'm not using that as too strong of a word. It's very, very clear when you look at the Amazing Atheist. You look at his channel. You look at maybe Thunderfoot. You see that they devote like 90% of their entire channel just devoted to attacking Christians, God, and all those who serve God. So it would be completely different if let's say I had a conversation with you or somebody like Click Before, who seems like a pretty decent guy. He strikes me as someone that's a little confused about what they themselves believe right now, but that's okay. I just hope that he really seeks to find those answers that he's really looking for. And I just don't believe he's going to find it in the atheist community. But I hope he finds it. I really do. And just as you had said yourself, of why a Christian will try to debate an atheist, although I'm not a big fan of doing that. And I know there are many people on YouTube who are Christians who do want to do that. But God's word says, some plant the seed, others water that seed, but only God gives the increase. So while I would like to discuss things with an atheist from time to time, somebody like an Amazing Atheist, I know no matter what I say to that person, it's not going to make a dent. It's just going to be a waste of my breath. And but recently, I got to tell you this. Recently, I was in Stickam, and there's a room called Debate Faith, and I think there's two. Sometimes there's two different rooms with the same title. Um, but most of the time, when I went there and I would listen, and or I would type in that I'm a Christian. It's nice to see everyone and everything. Oh my goodness, that whole room would jump alive, and they would just go on full out attack mode. It was clear they hated God. They hate all who serve God. It's not just a matter of like you say, trying to save a Christian from their ignorance. And I know you don't mean any harm by saying that, because I've got to know you as a person, and I know you don't mean it in a bad way or a insulting way. But these people absolutely hated my guts, and you've got to know me too. You know I'm not a mean person, but it was clear they absolutely hated my guts. And recently I would go in there every now and then, and I'd talk to a few people. Recently I went in there and I talked to a person who actually, I put that open invitation out there. This is only for those people who really want to know. Those people that don't want to know, please don't comment. Just get a hold of me in PM or talk to me. This person wanted to know about free will. So as I was talking to them about free will, it was their turn, and I was really patient, and I sat and I listened to them, and then it was my turn to talk. And I started, and a person tried to interrupt me right away, and I just said, hold on. I said, listen, I was respectful for you. I let you talk. Now please let me continue. I went on to explain, and I didn't go on like some of them do for 15 or 20 minutes. I just spoke for maybe 2 minutes, 2 or 3 minutes at the most, and I was kicked out of that room. And I thought to myself, wait a second, this room is set up to debate faith. And when I went in there and I had a biblical view, and I was explaining to somebody who wanted to know, who said they wanted to know, and I was explaining to them about free will, I got kicked out of the room because I was stating what the truth was about free will, and apparently they didn't want to hear it. So I had to ask myself, what is the room really for? It should just be called the Atheist Lounge, to sit around and talk about how stupid and ignorant Christians are. Because when a Christian does come in and they can't explain themselves well, and they try to show them what free will is, they absolutely don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear it to the point that they'll kick you out of the room if you talk about it. And another thing that I've noticed is, if you ever wanted to join me on Stickam and just go in there silently and just watch, I could show you that they hate God, and they hate Christians, and they hate anything to do with His Word. I could prove that to you. So I have the open invitation out there. Anytime you want to do that, just let me know. We can contact each other through PM and everything, and we'll just do it that way. And I can show you. They just want to attack Christians. They don't want to debate. That's not what that room is for. It's for atheists, people that hate God and hate Christians, to come together in a room and bash Christians. And then if a Christian actually comes into that room, it's like a minnow in a huge pool of piranha. That's all they're waiting for. They have so much hatred built up in their heart that this is all they want to do. I know you're not that way, and that's why I'm saying you're definitely in the minority. And believe me, that's a compliment.
It works both ways. Okay, I said my piece. It's future reality.
And future reality, this is again why you're definitely in the minority in the atheist community here on YouTube, or I should say a realist community. Anyway, I appreciate your input, and I'm going to be putting together some other videos coming up pretty soon, and I look forward to your input on that as well. God bless you, and take care. is Iron Cross.